Understanding how a beam with an overhang vibrates is crucial for structural design. Engineers use two methods: analytical, where they use math to predict vibrations, and finite element modeling with software like ABAQUS, which uses computer simulations. This dual approach helps engineers optimize designs by predicting and analyzing the natural frequencies that influence the stability and dynamic response of the structure. In this lecture, I will use both approaches, analytical method and numerical modeling using ABAQUS to predict natural frequencies of a simple beam with an overhang.
Hey friends, if you're new here, I am Dr. Jawed Qureshi, a senior lecturer at a London university. On this channel, we explore technical and human skills to help us lead more productive, happy, and examine life.
The problem that I'm going to solve today involves overhang. It is a simply supported beam, but mass is applied at the end. The data is given in solid section 0.3 meter by 0.3 meter, and we are required to find natural frequencies of this model. Remember, natural frequency is a property of a structure. We work out natural frequency so that it does not match with the frequency of the excitation. When it matches with the frequency of excitation, such as wind, earthquake, or any other dynamic load, then resonance can happen. Resonance means matching of the frequencies, and that will lead to huge oscillations or movements, resulting in catastrophic failures. And then we have to repeat the problem and find the frequencies using these two sections, 0.4 and 0.5 square sections. Again, I will use SI units to create a model: length meters, force newtons, mass kg, time seconds, stress newton per meter square, and density kg per meter cube. After you have finished modeling a simply supported beam with overhang, it will not be very difficult for you to model a propped cantilever with overhang. The only difference is that at the left end you have a fixed support, but that will hugely change the stiffness in analytical model, and this is the formula for stiffness in analytical model. For modeling the problem, I will be using these 9 steps. First step is part where we will create geometry. Start with standard explicit model. Parts, I will say beam and 3D deformable and wire. It can be done with solid as well, and I will say the dimension is 10. So first I will create a line, and then from the same point I will create another line, and first line is 4 meters. I will dimension it. Click on dimension 4. The overhang portion is 1 meter. Say 1. And once it's done, click done to finish the model. Second step is property module, where we will define materials and assign cross sections. Next thing is to define the materials. In this case, the material is rubber. It means it has really very small Young's modulus, and density of rubber is 1500 kg per meter cube. Let's put these properties in the model. I will say rubber elastic 0.025 E9, that is gigapascal. I'm not sure what is the Poisson's ratio of rubber, but I will simply write 0.33. And density is 1500. But here again, I will reduce the density so that I have limited effects of density of all members being included. I just want to lump entire load at lump mass. So I will say E raised -4 and click done. And then I will define a section, a beam section. Click OK, say 0.33. And profile name, I will define a profile. I will define a rectangular profile, say S30 by 30 centimeter. Click OK, 0.3, 0.3. Click done. So click on beam and assign the section. This section has been assigned. And here, this is an opportunity for me to define beam section orientation. So click on beam section orientation and click the model, and this will assign the longitudinal axis of the beam. Click done, and then click OK to accept the input. Third step is assembly module, where we will assemble all parts. Once this is done, then I will go to assembly. In assembly, simply I will create the instance. Click on parts, create this beam instance. Fourth step is step module, where we define all analysis steps and parameters. And then I will go to step here, click on a step, say frec linear perturbation, and I want frequency. Here I will keep everything as it is, and I want 5 eigen modes, and I will use Lanczos eigen solver. So I will need 5 eigen values. Click OK, step has been defined. Fifth is interaction module, where we define contact interactions and constraints. And next is interaction. In interaction, I will define a point mass. You click on a special, click on inertia, and create. Here I will say mass. Mass is applied at the end. Click this point. Once it turns red, then click OK. Our mass was 300 kg. Click OK, mass has been defined. Sixth is load module, where we define boundary conditions and loading. The next is load. Here I will define the boundary conditions. So first boundary condition is pin. Click on pin. Mechanical displacement rotation, continue. Here I want to define a pin. Done. And translations in all directions are blocked. Rotations are allowed in all directions for a pin joint. And then roller. This point is a roller point. In roller, translation is only allowed in X direction, and in other directions translation is prohibited. So click OK. Seventh is mesh module, where we define mesh size and element type. Then I will go to mesh. In mesh, first I will choose the element type. Click on element. I want to define mesh at part level. Click here, and I want to use the quadratic elements. So click on quadratic, click done. Next, I want to seed the part, and I will change the global size to 0.2. And after that, I will mesh the part. Click here, mesh. OK to mesh. Yes, part has been meshed. Eighth is job module, which we use to run and monitor analysis. And then I will go to job and define a job. Click here. I will say frec. Click OK. The job has been defined. At this point, I will set up the working directory, and I will save the model before I submit the job. And then finally, ninth is visualization module, used for viewing results. And then I will submit the job, a clean solution. Here, I will be interested to see the data file before viewing the results. First thing I want to check, I want to see the overall mass of the structure, which should match the mass which I have provided, 300.0. It is absolutely fine. And then I will check the frequencies. So first mode is rigid body mode. I will start from here. The angular frequency is 5.7, and frequency in cycles per second is 0.92. So remember these two values. Let us see if we can obtain these values from analytical solution. Let us carry out analytical calculations to see that our frequencies obtained from ABAQUS match well with analytical solution. In analytical solution, the section is given to us. So first thing, we will get second moment of area. For second moment of area, we have this formula BH cube over 12. From here, we obtain this value and multiply it with E, we will get EI. Because this is a beam with overhang, the generalized formula for stiffness is this one. But because this A is L over 4, we can put this L over 4 in A, and that will lead to this generalized formula. If A is not equal to L over 4, then don't use this formula. So we will use this K is equal to 192 EI over 5 L cube. Here put value of EI, we worked it out earlier. Here EI is this value and L is 4. From here we get 10125 Newton per meter. This is value of K. Angular frequency is under root K over M. K is this value. If we put it over here, M was mass, which was 300 kg, we get 5.81. Natural frequency F is equal to omega over 2 pi. Simply divide this value by 2 pi, I get 0.92 hertz or cycles per second. Time period is 1 divided by F, which comes out to be 1.08 seconds. So cycles per second is 0.92 and angular frequency is 5.81, which closely match with the solution obtained from ABAQUS. 0.916, 0.92, and here 5.75, which exactly matches with ABAQUS. In post-processing, you can view the results, and here if you like, you can viewport options. We'll remove this canvas. I will render the profile so that I can see the values properly. So then 1, and here click on results. So I will start with the second mode, this mode, third mode, fourth. In that way you can have a look at different modes. And here I'm plotting displacement. You can plot pretty much anything you like. In the same way, you have to repeat the exercise considering the cross section 40 by 40 centimeter, 50 by 50 centimeter. Simply change the cross section and this will change the frequency. By changing it to larger cross section, you can see that angular frequency is increasing and natural frequency is increasing as well. And here 50 by 50 frequency is increasing as well. In ABAQUS, all you need to do is just to change this profile. The profile, this was 30 by 30. I can copy this profile and I will say 40 by 40. And I will create another profile as well. I will say 50 by 50. And here change the value to 0.4 and 0.4. Click OK. And here change the value to 0.5 and 0.5. Click OK. So if you wanted to see 40 by 40, click OK. And then simply submit the job, and then it will give you the revised frequencies. And go to data file. The frequency is 1.62 and 10.4. Let's see what we got from our analytical solution. The 1.62 is not far off from 1.64 and 10.17 is not far off from 10.3. In the same way, you can obtain frequencies for 50 by 50 section. All you need to do is to simply change the profile name over here. So go to section, double click on section, change the profile name to 50 by 50 and then simply submit it. Here your frequencies are 2.5 and 15.7. Let's see what did we get from analytical solution. So 15.7 is not far off from 16.1 and 2.5 is not far from 2.57. It means that by changing the section size, you are actually changing the frequencies. The reason is that because stiffness depends on second moment of area I. So if you change the section size, it will have huge impact on stiffness. Once stiffness is increasing, then angular frequency will increase. As a result, the natural frequencies in cycles per second will increase as well. Remember that these all are natural frequencies, natural secular and natural frequency F and natural time period. I want to check the last thing, that in case of prop cantilever, when we change the support, what is effect on frequencies? And this is your homework to check analytically that if it matches with the numerical solution or not. And I want to do it for the first model, which is 30 by 30. Go to 30 by 30 and here go to boundary conditions. Here I will rename this pin as fixed and here I will fix everything. So click here, I will fix all the rotations and again I will submit the model. Again, if you click on data file, the frequency has changed slightly. It is 1.02 and 6.4. Earlier, I had frequencies of 0.92 and 5.8. Simply by changing the support, I have increase in frequency 1.02 and here I have 0.92, and for angular frequency it's 6.48, and earlier with the simple cantilever with overhang it was 5.81. So changing the support will increase or decrease the frequency as well. Now your homework is to check it analytically. You can access all the lecture notes and modeling files into this location, tinyurl.com/jqureshi abacus. Have a look at these files after you finish this tutorial.